Mr. Editor, I'm starting now. Now. Last time on Dungeons and Dickheads, leaving Duscaran, Hawkeye's cursed axe decided to make itself known, revealing that it was a soul long departed from the mortal realm and hell-bent on vengeance for a yet unknown tragedy. Using Ronson's arcane knowledge, Hawkeye was able to convince the axe that they could achieve more working together, and struck a deal. Hawkeye would remain in control as long as the axe got its share of violence and vengeance along the way. The party headed to the fallen statue of Tira, where Tok discovered a hidden trapdoor. Before she could open it, the party were ambushed by a number of bandits and a rogue shadow dancer. After efficiently dispatching the attackers, Tok headed through the trapdoor to a series of web-covered underground caverns. Between them, the party found a number of spell scrolls, some potions and armour. The friendly mother spider also told them of further treasure, which was buried offshore by the tip of the blade of the statue. On investigation, Hawkeye and Tok found a chest containing gems worth around 2,000 gold, as promised by the prince. The party continued towards Flamekeep, a major city en route to the Black Caps, which is also the location of the College of Mages, where Ramona thinks Ronson should inquire about the magical artifact belonging to the Magic Circle. So sorry, Shotty, when you said this doesn't contain a shitty little wizard, and by extension I assume a wizarding school, sorry about that. There's potentially a wizarding school coming up.
I'm potentially going to burn it down and piss on the flames.
These wizards in the wizarding school are very supportive of everyone's life choices and are generally mostly nice folk, by the way, so that's fine.
Hooray! All right, I won't burn it down and piss on the ashes.
Fine.
So, away from the politics, let me bring up the map.
I was going to say, I'm not sure I remember how we got here. The end of the last episode was a bit of a blur. I think I got hit on the head during the fight.
So, the end of the last episode, you found out from the spider where the treasure was. You went underwater, dug it up. Then you fought Shitey for the treasure, but you decided that you were going to share it. And you've then walked away from the statue towards the town of city of Flamekeep.
So we got 1,000 gold each, so I need to put 1,000 gold.
No. You have some gems, which potentially are worth up to 2,000 gold.
Oh, so that's what's in... Right, okay, now it all makes sense. It's all coming back to me. I get it. I get where the gems have come from. After
a little bit of walking, you have come to the large city gates of the city of Flamekeep. Some of you have been here before. Ronson, for example, you attended the Mages College here.
Yes.
I don't know if the other two of you, do you think your characters have been here before?
Nah.
Does seem a bit too people-y for Hawkeye.
Hawkeye don't like people.
Looks a bit too clean for Tok.
Bear in mind, remember that the main reason for being here is it's on the way to sort of the west, which is where you're heading towards to the Black Caps. But you know that there's at least the Mages College here, and there's probably some other bits and pieces. It's a city. Who knows what you'll find?
Let's have a mooch.
Well, no, how about, because Dave quite clearly wants us to go in, we don't, and we go somewhere else instead.
Right.
Do that.
Oh, he's so prepared. He's so prepared. That's why he's the DM.
So you say it like it's a bad thing.
Yeah, I put pebbles down on the ground and I give her a little tappy tap, and it's like, go chase some rats.
Especially if there's any potential retail spaces.
Pebbles dies off stream.
No.
So there's Pebbles.
Come on,
Make Pebbles Adventure.
Pebbles, let's go. I think Pebbles would jump straight into here and just start seeing if there's any little micey or rats or rodents that that she wants to go and hunt. I hope that she finds something. Squirrels.
Yeah. There's some squirrels that sort of run up the trees and hang on to the branches and just sort of look down at her.
Oh, she does the little butt wiggle thing, and she's tries to jump up at the tree and fails, but lands on her feet because she's a cat.
This is a cat. Yeah.
She's a cat. She looks like she's having a great time. And I walk in behind her and I just start watching her.
Let's go have a look inside then.
Yeah.
So as you sort of start to make your way around the city, you can already feel the change of pace from the small villages, etc. you've been visiting recently. There are a number of guards patrolling around, but no one seems to be paying them much attention. You kind of get the impression that that this is quite usual. The buildings are a huge contrast to the particularly Duskaran that you were in a couple of weeks ago, with grand structures towering over the city, interspersed amongst the small dwellings and shops.
Right, everybody, welcome to where I spent my college years. Oh, the happy memories I have here doing the pub crawls. And I do remember various vacant retail spaces around here. So if you spot any, please let me know.
Do you want to see what you remember, Ronson?
Do I want to see what I remember?
Yeah, give me a history check and see what you remember of the town.
I can tell you right now what I know about the town.
Well, no, you don't, because you, Neil, don't know some of the things about the town. So we're going to see what Ronson remembers.
Well, I am Ronson, so whatever Ronson remembers is whatever I can tell you right now if you want. If people want to know what Ronson remembers, I can tell you right now.
No, you, Neil, know specific things about the college. What you don't know are some of the layouts of the town.
That's it. I don't know that, but let me tell you, folks. Let me tell you. Oh, I remember my time here quite well. Now, let me tell you, Porky and Tickety, come closer. The College of Mages, yes, it's one of the few public-facing aspects of the Magic Circle, who are only known for their secrecy, as you know, yes. It's positioning at the south of Flamekeep, with its domes visible from the south and large telescope visible from the north, is no accident, but rather a statement of their presence. Yes. Now, I remember the Dean, Lucius Grimble-Cronk. He's been with the college for many years. By the way, before then, the Dean, we had a few Deans before then. Dean Martin, Dean Kane, Dean Gaffney, all great deans in their time, I remember. But he's overseeing the teaching of many apprentice wizard. The college is a relatively small facility, but it can accommodate a number of small living students, as well as teaching most aspects of magic. The college specializes in the study of the stars and how astrology influences magic, which I don't believe. It's bullshit as astrology, but anyway. Notable past lecturers at the college include both Paul and Martin Daniels, my good friends, my mentors, and even in the very days, the great Houdini himself. That's about all I can remember from my time at the College of Mages. The College of Mages. That's all I remember. More might come back to me later.
So great reading there, but what I was looking for was you to do a roll to see if you remembered where the market was.
Well, I just wanted to inform my colleagues there of everything.
When someone else reads it, some of that stuff's quite good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Yeah. It's all about the performance. It's all about the presentation.
While he was doing that,
check.
And while he's rolling, I was just sat there, really looking like I was paying attention, writing notes down, but really I'm just drawing the cat, playing with the squirrels in the tree.
It's an 18.
Okay, so you remember this part of the city well. You know that the main market square is here.
Yes.
Towards the centre. It's mostly, pubs, etc., are kind of around that area as well, sort of a bit further to the south, and particularly the places that Ronson used to go to, a little bit, on the less posh side, kind of towards the edge of the city.
Yes, that's where the brothel was.
Yeah, so I'm just putting it nicely. You have the palace up in the top right hand side, but mainly, I'm assuming you are interested in the market, which is here in the middle.
Yes, the palace with its domes visible from the south and large telescope visible from the north.
No. So that's the mage's college.
We're not going through the tourist board video again.
Yes, I thought they would say, well, we used to call it the palace. It was so lovely and lush inside. We used to call it the palace, because it was so nice. It was.
There's the stadium as well, which is sort of just to the north of the college.
Yes, that's right. The stadium with its domes visible from the south and large telescope visible from the north. Yes.
Not everything has domes and telescopes.
Well, now maybe your father hasn't sat you down and talked about the birds and the bees yet, but you'll find that most things do have either domes or extending telescopes.
I hear that there are pubs for a pub crawl.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, there are. I mean, it wasn't much of a pub crawl, to be fair. There was two pubs. I burnt one of them down. I started young. But there's only the 2 taverns.
Only 2 taverns. But
yes.
This is a massive city. There's more taverns in my backyard.
2 taverns, the dog and the duck. So there were the 2 taverns, the dog, then the other one was called the duck.
There's also the Warty Hag, which is over here.
And the Warty Hag, which I wasn't aware of that had been decided, pre-decided.
The Warty Hag?
Yes, the Warty Hag.
That's where I'd like to go. Should we go for a drink, refreshment after our long journey?
Yes, let's go. I mean, a lot of the pubs have turned to apartments now.
I mean, show us the way. It's your home city after all. Or?
I will show you the way. Follow me as we stride in this direction.
Yeah, please show us the way to the pub that you told us you weren't aware of because it was built after your time. We trust you to take us there in a most direct route.
Let's go. Oh, that bit's new. There we go. Yeah.
Following.
There we go. They've put an escalator in there. Down here.
Yeah.
I can't remember how far down this road it was.
So the Warty Hag is just outside the main gates over here.
Yes. Oh, right. Okay. Right. Let's just go back. Okay. We need to cross the bridge.
Oh, this is a long walk.
Cross
okay.
the bridge.
Well, yes.
Past what looks like a
Mm-hmm.
cemetery to me.
Come on,
It's the worst
Pebbles.
SimCity stream I've ever done.
Right.
Here
Come on,
we
Pebbles.
go.
Come over
Follow
it.
along.
Yeah, coming.
Follow
So
along.
as you stop. So as you're making your way through the town, you hear and see all sorts of chat, and there's sort of like bunting around and stuff, and you kind of you piece together that there's some excitement going on around the Johann, the Crown Prince. This city has a king and a royal family. It's that big. The Crown Prince has not long announced his relationship with a new suitor, and there's lots of excitement in the city. As such, you do, as you approach the gates there, the city gates, you do come across, as I find the right map, a number of stalls, etc., selling some hastily thrown together, well, putting it politely, tat. This map doesn't have the stalls on it. I've used the wrong version. But just imagine there's lots of stalls here with people on them, like little mobile stalls. There's things like tea towels with crude drawings of the prince and potential princess on there, and some plates that where someone's etched some dodgy-looking faces on there. Yeah, there's just a bit of a buzz. You also do see some posters up advertising the stadium, and to some of you, the familiar name of the guy whose name I've forgotten. Brilliant. The familiar name of Hugo Dambuster. And
that prick.
We don't talk about Hugo.
and his appearance all week in the stadium at 7 p.m.
He's got up in the world, hasn't he? He was doing a book signing in a small tavern last time we saw him.
It was the land's premier otter convention.
Still a small tavern.
Would you like to purchase some souvenirs of the royal family here? Look at all these lovely. We got the princess on a plate there. She's back now. She went missing for a few months, but she's back now. There we go. Oh, why don't you look at these? These are special pegs, prince pegs, for pegging up your your laundry at home. We call them the Prince pegs. He likes pegging. He likes pegging up his clothes, does the Prince.
Ronson, why are you trying to sell their wares for them?
Well, we're very proud here of our royal family, of course, and I hope you would be too.
I'm your royal family now, Ronson.
About the royal family there, talk.
Well, I'm royal. Maybe they'll meet me. Maybe we'll have an audience.
Their empire may have been built on blood, but, we let that pass because they're quite funny sometimes. They do funny, silly little things.
Like Photoshop.
Yes, the princess had she had a painting come out recently, and somebody had tried to fill it in with crayon and tried to change bits with crayon. It was very funny.
So you're welcome to do what you want with that information, or you can continue to the Warty Hag.
I'd like to see if there's anything shiny on the stalls, please.
Hawkeye's not happy.
Oh, God, what's the matter with him?
Well, law-wise, he's staunchly anti-royalist, isn't he? So he's just looking around, looking at the tat. He ain't happy.
Any shinies?
I mean, there's tea towels and plates.
Not shiny, though.
No.
No, not interested, Ronson. No.
Not interested. Not even in these Camilla tampons here. You didn't want any of these officially branded by Camilla.
No, I'd rather have a gin, darling. Let's go.
Okay.
Hey, I don't know why it's night. I didn't put the daytime map on here. So you, Tok and Porkai, you're a bit confused as to why you're leaving the nice part of town and heading towards the dingy suburbs and rundown tavern. But yeah, you approach, going straight in. I'll let you move your tokens.
It's an inn. I'm going in. I'm going in the inn.
I can't find where. Oh,
the zoom's all off. But there we go.
Going in. Oh, hello. I've moved the map. Right, I'm going to saunter.
The barkeep. It's Mabel, isn't it? Hello, Mabel. Remember me, Ronson, back. You used to get up to a few hijinks, didn't I, back in the day? Ha ha ha.
She looks and kind of racks her brains a bit, and then looks for a list under the bar. Says, "No, it's fine. You're not banned from this one. How are you? How have you been doing, Ronson?"
I've been just diddly fine, thank you very much, Mabel. How have you been?
I still work in a bar.
So your name actually is Mabel?
Yeah, you read it on the token, didn't you?
Very good, very good. Yeah, no, yes. I was just surprised. My mind isn't what it always was. I wondered if maybe, but it looks like I took a shot in the dark and hit my mark. Yes, I've been fine, just, going on adventures, leading this band of losers right here, They'd be lost without me. They really would. I often defeat the big baddies in our adventure, and those two kind of stand around looking a bit confused. The female one really has the hots for me, Mabel. She really does.
I'm right next to you, Ronson.
Yes, I meant... How have you been, Mabel? Are you all right?
Your small talk hasn't got any better, has it? We've really done this bit. Look, do you want a drink or not?
Yeah, double gin, please.
Not been on any adventures like I have?
Worked at a few taverns.
Yeah, not really adventures, is it? I made friends with a spider the other day. I had an army of metal warriors who disappeared somewhere. I can't remember where. Basically, I wasn't allowed to keep them because it would make me too powerful. Found a bit of treasure, discovered that Debbie McGee's my mother, even though I tried to have sex with her. And dipped my penis into a few things, women included, Mabel, so watch yourself.
No fear there, no fear. Well, I've served a lot of people a lot of drinks. I made a lot of people very happy. So I think that's just as good.
Let's remember they're dependent on you, though, aren't they, Mabel? It's a kind of happy, it's an addiction, isn't it? You're a pusher, basically. You're the pusher man.
Well, you either want these drinks or you don't.
And on that note, I would like my drink. Thank you, Mabel.
Thank you, Mabel.
Yeah, she pushes the drink. 3 gold then, please, for all of you.
Wait, I ain't ordering their drinks.
I don't remember ordering.
And I'm an old friend, aren't I? You're not going to make me pay for my first drink, are you?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, they'll pay for me. Mabel, so, what do you know? What's going on around town then? Give me some information that'll help me in my quest.
Well, I don't really know what you're after, but yeah, you must have noticed all of the stuff with the king. The king wasn't very well. He's had to basically step down a bit.
Is it the fingers? The swelling fingers?
No one's really sure. I must say, because I now realise this looks like it's timely. I wrote this before we knew anything about the actual king in real life not being well. This was written in November last year. So
fingers crossed he dies in 6 months when this podcast comes out.
It's I'm offended as a massive royalist myself. I'm quite uncomfortable already, Dave. But I'm gonna take the route of making it even more awkward.
Good.
So it's not his fingers. Could it be his fingers? We don't know. His swollen fingers. Could it be that they've burst?
I suppose it could be. I mean, I'd never noticed his swollen fingers, but it could be. But he had to step back from duty, and his son Johan, he had to step forward a bit.
Yes,
how's the Queen for a bit either?
How's Johan doing?
Well, he's got involved with this princess from the sea. So some of us
yes, from overseas. Yes, okay.
She seems nice enough, but yeah, people are suspicious. The usual conspiracy.
Yes, a little bit forthright, is she? Kind of making her demands.
Well, that's what everyone else says, and we can't really tell, can we? We don't know. But
turning the royals against each other, is she?
Well, the king's ill and the queen's disappeared, so who knows?
Yes. It wouldn't surprise me. Is she a theatrical type? Is she? Is she an ex-actor?
Yeah, she's from the sea. We don't know a lot about her, really.
No. Okay, well, I'll distrust her immediately if she's not one of us.
Can I get a perception check from the 3 of you, please?
Perception check.
I can do that.
5. Wait, add. 7.
16.
11.
So, Porkai, you're the only one who notices in the kind of corner of the room by the door a shadowy figure. Sort of, you don't know how long they've been there. They're kind of lurking in the doorway, kind of paying quite a lot of attention to you all.
Could we have a little zoom for OBS, please? That'll do it. Lovely stuff, thank you. Psst, don't both of you look, but over there by the door, do you see that shadowy lad?
Yes, I'm looking now.
No, I specifically said don't look.
Well, if you say don't look, I'm going to look, aren't I? Where am I supposed to look?
Look subtly. Use your peripheral vision.
Right, okay, I am doing that now.
I knock my drink back and I lean over to Mabel. Mabel, toilets, please. Toilets.
You got to go over to the bottom right. You're over there. Bottom left.
Bottom left. Okay, so I pretend that I've been drinking at this bar, stumble my way, and think that these doors over here in the bathroom from this person.
No, you don't need to go through that.
I hit into the person,
and they like you can't see their face. A hood would normally cover a lot, but there's something off here. There's something definitely magical at play. And as you bump into them, they kind of turn to you and say, "I appreciate the effort, but let's not pretend. You're intrigued as to why I'm here."
Who's pretending? Sorry, I don't know what you mean. I'm just really need a piss, mate. And I kind of tap him down on the side of him and try and push him away to go to the toilet.
The toilets are down there, and she points you to.
Did I feel anything in pockets when I patted them down on their sides?
Give me an
No,
investigation.
he was just pleased to see you.
Give me an investigation check.
Investigation 15.
So, as you sort of, do a rough pat down, again, it's strange. You'd expect to feel something, either like the shape of a rough shape and form of a body or whatever, but it just feels like a soft, generic cloak. There isn't really any sort of form to it at all.
I go into the toilet.
So, as the rest of you presumably are sort of keeping an eye, the figure heads over to the table in the centre, points a finger towards you, Porkeye, and sort of beckons.
I make really loud weeing noises from the toilet.
I saunter over
Excuse me.
in a casual manner.
How does a dwarf saunter over in a casual manner?
Like that.
Are we waiting for your friend?
Pebbles is just sitting outside the door mewing.
Hi, you want me to come join you?
If you wish.
I said Porkeye, but I'll come over anyway. Hi guys, how you doing? It's me, it's Ronson, the big mofo with a flow coming at you on the dojo. And you may have heard of me. It used to be a big deal around here at the College of Mages over there, with the domes and the telescope visible from the south and north. And been on a few adventures leading this bag of idiots right here, this Mickey Mouse operation. I try and keep them under control, show them the way. They look up to me. That's fine. What's your name, fellas? Fill me in. As the bard, Craig David said.
First of all, there is only one of me. I don't know how much you've been drinking, but there is only one of me here.
Sorry, I thought I heard that voice from God say there was two, but there's just the one. Lovely to meet you.
You were three children in a big coat.
I will keep it simple. You don't need to know much about me. All you need to know is... I appreciate that. But
I'll be the judge of that.
It's for all of our best interest that we keep the information minimal.
Do you have a LinkedIn?
I do not. I do not believe in social media because it hasn't been...
Take a look at Porkeye here. I like minimal things. It's fine. Don't worry.
I will keep it like you, Mr. Dwarf. Short and sweet.
Yeah, well, short. He's a right old mardy bastard.
You just hear vomiting in the toilet when they say short and sweet.
I believe this city and potentially the entire land is under threat. And I've heard a bit about you. And although, slim pickings and all that, but I do think you may be able to help.
Yes, I mean, not very nice to say that about Porkeye here, but I'm willing to help as well. What do you need, my friend? What do you need?
Who's Slim Pickens? Is he some sort of cowboy? What is he talking about us?
He was a kind of country singer. Very good.
It can't be a coincidence that an alluring suitor arrives at the palace to meet the prince.
I'm not here to meet the prince.
And within months, the king falls ill, vanishes completely, and the two of them are rumoured to be talking marriage.
My word.
The rest of the city can't see it, and who can blame them? We could all do with some good news. But it seems a little too good to be true to me. The royal guard, I cannot confirm nor deny.
Right, okay.
The royal guard have all but been replaced too. All the long-serving staff are gone, apart from the prince's long-term nanny. So I need you to find out more about this Ursula Ocean song. Where did she come from? And what did she do to the king? You will, of course, be rewarded most handsomely in gold if you're able to get me the information I need.
Sounds good for me. I mean, not much information there, but I'm ready to jump in and go on another harebrained, scheme. Why not? Yes, I'm well up for it. So what do you suggest then?
Well, the prince and his partner are due to be making a public appearance outside the palace tomorrow. So that might be a place to start. Or I have heard that the doctor who treated the king is still in the city. You might be able to find out where he's staying from the city office. It's just past the gates. Maybe he can shed some light on what's really happened to the king.
The Doctor Who?
Exactly, yes.
Okay.
I have a question.
What?
I have a question.
Who's on first base?
Oh, God. I have a question.
Please proceed.
Who died and made him the king? Was it his dad? Because that's normal process.
Well, if you had done your research into this city, Mr. Short King, you would know that this is a elected royal system.
That sounds ridiculous to me. And also, why would I do research on a city that I'm visiting? I'm only passing through. We got bigger adventures than you.
We elect the royal family here. Did you not know that, poor guy? Because I did.
They're still scum. Where should we start?
Elected scum.
I did just tell you to either go to the public appearance tomorrow or try and find the doctor. The records of where he might be in the city office just past the gates.
Well, we can do both, can't we? We can go look for this doctor right now.
And as this is going on, Ramona, who's at the end of the table, goes, "Excuse me, this is all well and good, but I would like to point out that we are also trying to find some of the artifacts that could potentially stop the entire world from being destroyed."
I mean, there's so much we can do, okay? We'll make a list and we'll work our way through it. Or one of us can go for the side quest if you want, spin off in a movie. Hashtag.
Look, whenever you have the evidence we need to expose Ocean Song, you can call me with this, and they give you a scroll. Say, open this. It will send me a message, and I will be with you within moments, and we will plan our next move.
Okie dokie. So I'm going to get talk. We're off to the doctor's office. We're probably going to burn it down.
Now, please do remember we do have a Patreon. You've just got to search Dungeons and D-Heads. And if you want more Ronson content, that's where you need to go. There's an adventure where Ronson brings back 2 women from the dead to go on dates with. There's also a fascinating, in-depth discussion between myself and Dave where we look at creating the franchise, the Grog's Rolly Sausages franchise in the game and how that's going to work, the mechanics of that. That's a great listen. So please remember, sign up now.
Point, I burst out the toilets. What are you having for the next drink? And then I trip, as beautiful as my performance is, and I fall. I was like, "Oh, hi!" as I grab him, and I fall onto him.
Is this a deliberate?
Yes, I'm pretending to be drunk.
All right, give me a performance check then.
The boy that he's already said, "I'm not falling for this. I know you've only had one drink, and I watched you come in."
So 23.
Okay. Let me roll a dice. So they turn to look as you sort of stumble. And as you fall on them again, you can feel there's solid there, but it's almost like this is it's almost formless. And they kind of stand up and step back, kind of helping you to your feet. I understand what you're trying to do, Miss Tock. Nightingale.
Oh. Princess.
I believe that is a self-conferred title. But Lady Nightingale. But Lady Nightingale, please do take my word that I conceal my identity for the safety of all of us. I'm sure your friends will fill me in if you hadn't already been listening from that rather small and disgusting toilet.
Yeah, you can hear a lot in there. You could probably hear me weeing and being sick of it.
I could hear you pretending, yes. Now,
did I see anything when they helped me up with their hands or anything like that? Is there anything of note?
give me an insight check.
16.
The one thing you do notice is, obviously all you can see is the hands. And you get a feeling they look a bit more effeminate than you might have expected for you've made the assumption up till now that this is a male. There is something a bit more effeminate about the hands.
I'll go back to see Mabel at the bar. Another drink, please.
Are we putting this on a tab or what are we doing?
I've already paid you the 3 gold. Slid it across the bar when you were talking toward Ronson.
That was for the last one.
Yeah, no,
Do you want a new tab?
No, I'll just pay for it now.
Okay.
I'm not buying anyone else. Yeah, just for me.
One gold.
Thank you.
So whilst this is happening, the figure starts to make their way towards the door. Remember, the fate of the land could be at stake here. And they head outside.
Yeah, just another day for us.
What's Ross doing?
I come and sit down. I said, "Oh, that was intriguing."
What are we doing then, guys? It's gone very awkward and quiet. What's happening? And shall we go to the doctor, find this doctor who can help us?
Well,
yes.
I overheard that we need to go to some sort of public place
That's
to find...
tomorrow, tickety
No, to find where the public records, that's it, to find the doctor.
Right. Yes, we're going to the doctor.
No, we're going to find the public records.
Can help us.
No. We need to search through the public records, right? To find which doctor is.
Possibly, I wasn't really listening.
A witch doctor, yeah, right.
Which doctor?
UEMRR.
Ting Tang.
Ting Tang, Walla Walla Bing Bang.
Doctor Who?
Ting Tang, Walla Walla Bing Bang.
Which doctor?
I lean
Doctor
over to
Who?
these patrons behind me and I ask, can you point the way to the public, what is it, the public, I don't know, was it resources?
The public
Records.
HR.
HR, public records. I still got my work right now. Public records.
By the town gates. You probably came past it on your way in.
Okay.
Oh, we
Thank
go there
you.
then.
So you head back to the city gates. Sorry, Shitey. You have to do your magic. Okay, so you come back again. You've got all of the stalls that are invisible selling the tat, but you do see a building over to the right-hand side, which does indeed say public records outside it.
Fantastic.
Let's
I'm going to
go
go
inside. Let's check it out. Let's find this doctor. Which doctor? I don't know. Doctor Who. I don't know who the doctor is. Which doctor? Let's go in. Find out which doctor.
Mental
It's going to
note.
be a long stream.
Yeah, never include a doctor in the session again. Yeah, so you go in and there is someone, she's actually stood behind the desk rather than just in the middle of the room. Good afternoon. How can I help you?
We're looking for a doctor. We don't know which doctor, but it could be a witch doctor. We don't know which doctor the witch doctor is or who the doctor is. We don't know Doctor Who. We don't know who the doctor... Do you know any doctors?
Are you not registered with a GP?
Yes.
I'd suggest you go to them then.
I've forgotten their name, but I think they might be a witch doctor.
Well,
could you tell me which doctor is? And who the Doctor Who is?
There's a number of GPs in the city. It really depends on whereabouts you live. It's a bit weird to come here.
Well, we want the best ones, you know, the ones that that serve the royalty, because we don't want just an old hag in a cottage. We want the best.
If it's good enough for Meghan Markle, sorry, I mean that Ocean Sea lady, then it's good enough for us.
Oh, you're looking for Dr. Confucius. Yes.
Confucius, yes. Now I'm confused.
I believe he's still in the city.
Confused us.
He doesn't usually stay here, of course, but I believe he's still in the city.
where does he reside?
Wow, it really was that easy to get information.
Sign up him.
Can you page him?
I can't tell you that, can I? Breach of GDPR to tell you where he is, but I know he's still in the city.
Look,
but where does he practice from then?
He's a private doctor. He visits his patients in the residence, and then he travels back to where he lives.
Look, excuse me, madam. What's your name? What's your name, madam?
My name?
Louise. 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 Okay, here we go. I would like to know the whereabouts. I would like to know the whereabouts of the royal doctor, because, you know, we want to. I just want to show you my credentials here. Can you see all my gold? That's my gold. I'm very, very rich. Now, look, let's just say, okay, that as I'm leaving here, accidentally, I'm very clumsy sometimes, a few of these gold coins fall out onto your desk. I wouldn't know they're there, would I? So you would be entitled to keep those gold coins if I've gone away and left them. So if you could tell me where this GP is, then, you know, maybe as I'm walking away, some might fall out of my bag, and maybe, you know, you'd be wanting to keep those gold coins for yourself, and, you know, finders keepers, losers weepers.
Roll me a persuasion check.
I knew you were going to say that. Roll me a persuasion check. I nearly said it for you. Roll me a persuasion check.
It's D&D.
It's the game.
22. Wow. 22.
So she looks and very quickly, she's a little bit intimidated, to be honest. She looks and says, "Oh, obviously I can't tell you where he would be, but you might be looking for somewhere nice to stay too, like a nice hotel that maybe other important people might like to stay at. And if you were, I would say that you should go to the Carnelian Hotel in the centre of town. That might be a nice place to stay."
Yes, it sounds it, doesn't it? But can you tell me where the GP is? I'm not interested in another. Where's the GP? Sorry, I'm bribing you. Did you not pick up on it? And, oh, sorry. No, I get you. Yes, no, I get you. Yes, okay. I see what you're doing. Okay, yes. Thank you very much, my good lady. By the way, are you free for a drink tonight?
Oh, I don't have any plans. I mean, I finish here at 6:00.
Well, we're going to be at the Cornelius Hotel or wherever it was that you told us. So, 6:00, I'll probably be there if you want to come for a drink, Louise.
Oh, lovely. I'll see you there.
Excellent. And do you think sex will be on the cards afterwards?
You want to play cards and then have sex on them?
Could do. Why not? A good game of poker. We all love it, don't we?
This is making me flush.
I hope they're laminated.
Me too. Oh, gosh. Right. Well, okay, Louise, you know where we're going to be around 6:00. If you're there in the hotel bar, maybe I will be too. Who knows? I will be there. Got nothing else to do, so why not?
Okay. See you there. And she looks at the desk expectantly.
Why are you looking down at the desk there, Louise? What's the matter? Have a bit of pride in yourself. Oh, you're a beautiful lady. Hold your head up. Hi.
She just looks at you.
I think she's waiting for the bribe.
Well, I'm not marrying her yet. What do you mean, the bride? Oh, the bribe. Sorry. Yes. Okay. Louise, when I am bribing you, could you let me know what would be an adequate bribe? 2 gold pieces?
100 should do it.
You shouldn't have asked.
100?
You shouldn't have asked.
100 gold pieces.
You are getting sex later, Ronson. You are getting sex later on the cards.
I tell you what, Louise, I tell you what, how about 50 now? 50 when I see you at the hotel later.
100, or I'll let the guards know that they need to be at the hotel.
Okay. Gold digger. Yeah. Okay, I see. Okay. 100, where's my fucking Dad, well, you know what? To be fair, Louise, it doesn't matter because I've got like 2,000 gold anyway, so 100 doesn't mean anything to me. Right, okay, 100 gold. There we go. Okay, are you happy now? See you at 6 o'clock, I hope, Louise.
We'll see.
After 100 gold, we won't see. We won't see after 100 gold. See you later, Louise.
Does that mean you want me to come or not?
Yes, well, we'll see.
Does that mean you want me to arrive at the hotel or not?
Yes, I want you to arrive at the hotel. Whether you come or not, we'll see. But, I've had no complaints yet.
Right, I'm going to that hotel because I'm done with this flirt show.
Off to the hotel.
Yeah.
What's the matter, Taco? You look a little bit green in the eyes today, don't you? All of a sudden, talk. A little bit green-eyed, are you? You're jealous.
No, that's just my thaumaturgy. That's all.
Yes, I think
Just
somebody's a little
practicing.
bit jealous, Porky. Don't you agree?
I have no comment to make.
Okay.
And the carnelian, you'll read the information board as you get there. It's famous throughout the city for its beautiful red trees. It's said the unique coloration is caused by a rare mineral in the soil, and the trees bloom in shades of rose, maroon, and burgundy all year round. The hotel plays up to this theme and lavishly decorates the interior with the same palette.
Hello there, hotel manager.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Carnelian. Do you have a reservation?
I have several reservations.
Could you have a little look down your list there? Have a little look. I think we do. Yes. What's that? What are some of the names you have in the book there?
Sir, please do not mistake me for a fool. How can I help you today?
Well, I would like a room for the night, please. Thank you very much. But I wonder if you could help me out, good sir. I do have several medical conditions. So is there a room where, I don't know, I could be near anybody who has kind of a doctorate in medicine or anything?
Oh, that's not a service we usually provide.
No, I understand that. It's just, if you want a good review on TripAdvisor.
Well, Dr. Contutus was due to check out this morning, but I've not actually seen him. He may help if you have the gold, of course.
Oh, yes, I certainly do have the gold. How much would you like? I mean, again, I've discovered in this town, there's no point beating around the bush. We might as well just get down to the nitty-gritty right now. How much gold do you want for me to be in a room next to the royal doctor?
Just for you, or are you having you on 3 rooms, 4 rooms?
No, just for me.
It's going to be 300 gold for the evening.
Excellent, thank you very much. Doc, would you like to 300 gold?
Absolutely not. I'd rather sleep in a ditch. Thank you, but I do want to eat here because I've heard that the food here is fabulous.
Okay. Tell me, please, hotel manager. Tell me, please. I'm very superstitious about numbers. Okay. What number's the room where I would be?
19.
19, yes, right, okay. That's on floor number
1, the first floor.
Yes, the first floor, yes. Oh, you know what? No, it's going to be no good, I'm afraid. I have an aversion to the number 19. Remember that song? No, 19. No, 19. It gives me awful flashbacks to my days in the war. So no, I'm afraid that will be a big no for me. You know what? It's fine. I don't need a room. It's okay. Is there anywhere just private I could go off for a second and turn myself invisible?
We do discourage the use of magic within the.
No, well, I won't be doing that, of course. No. So when I meant make myself invisible, go for some privacy or for a shit.
The bathrooms are just in the corridor behind you there.
I'll just pop off to the bathroom. Okay. While I'm in the bathroom, I do a spell of invisibility. I'm invisible now.
Okay. The rest of you just standing there, what's invisible?
Yeah.
What's going on now?
Excuse me.
Come into the toilets.
Is there a bar anywhere?
I fell for that before, mate. I'm not coming in the toilets.
I'll keep my trousers on, I promise.
Okay.
I mean, you won't know because I'm invisible, but...
Hotel manager, I'm just nipping off for a shit.
I would like to go into the bar, but I can't move Tok's character. So is the bar just down here?
Yeah, it's just on the left, just past here. We don't usually let non-guests stay, but
but I've heard your cocktails are to die for.
Oh, it's lovely to hear that people are speaking well of us. Yeah, go ahead. So one of the goblins kind of shows you towards the bar.
Right, Porky. I'm invisible. I'm going to go break into the room next to... Well, I might just break into Confucius's room. I don't know. I'll go do that. While I do that, you go have a little bit of a subplot with Tok, because I feel like I've dominated a little bit for the last 15 minutes or so. So you go off and have a little adventure subplot of your own.
Okay, I'm gonna. There's some goblins there. Let's see if they've got a union. Mm-hmm. Okay, whose plot are we following?
Well, we'll stick with you and Tok. I imagine Tok's just going to be at the bar drinking. So
yes, I'll just order the most. Excuse me, what's your best-selling cocktail?
Beer.
I heard you do cocktails where you add more than one thing to a drink.
Beer, more beer on top.
Well, yes. Can I have your best beer cocktail then, please?
You have to excuse me. Usual barman, not here.
Oh.
And he just pours you a beer and hands it over.
Yes, well, thank you. I sit there and reluctantly sip it, eyeing up all the alcohol that's obviously behind them that they could have used to make me drinks.
He doesn't know how. He's not trained.
He
has a low cocktail making stat.
Would you like me to show you how to make a cocktail, darling?
If you got the time.
Yes, well, I do have 5 minutes or so. Would you mind if I come behind the bar?
Please do. I'll have to do it from there, isn't it?
Well, yes, certainly. So I go behind the bar and I grab... Well, what is there behind the bar? What have they got?
You see lots of different spirits. There's some gin, there's some rum, there's some whiskey, there's some vodka, sorts of juices, apple, orange, pineapple, lots of beer. Yeah, lots of things you would normally expect to see behind a bar.
Okay, so I grab... Was there coffee, did you say?
There could be coffee.
I'm going to make an espresso martini. So, excuse me, darling, this is called the wake-up call. And I start making an espresso martini, and I shake it. And as I pour it into the glass, I cast thaumaturgy and just make this big booming noise ring out as soon as it's poured. And then I slide it forward for him.
What sort of glass have you used?
I've used the thickest glass that I could find behind the bar.
So, yeah, he grabs it with his big orc hands and shrugs it back. And as he does, you kind of see his eyes light up. Oh, better than beer and beer.
Yes, well, I write him a recipe card and I just slide it along the bar to him.
Kind of looks at it a bit. Struggling to read it, but
I draw little pictures next to it as well of the different bottles.
Ah, that help. You want one?
Go on then, I'll test your skills.
So he tries to follow what you did, grabs the ingredients, puts it together. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
And what he gives you in no way resembles what you originally made. It's a completely wrong colour. It's kind of gone and like horrible, like clayey orange. It appears to be steaming a little bit. He's not quite sure, and you were watching, you're not quite sure how he's got it so wrong, but it's certainly not an espresso martini.
I take a sip and I struggle with it down. Smart, very good first try.
Thank you. Another?
As long as they're free, because I'm not paying for any more drinks.
I don't work here. I don't care.
Okay.
And he goes off to make another one.
Fantastic.
Whilst this is going on, Porkai.
Hello.
What are you doing? As if I need to ask, but what are you doing?
I'm going to have a chat with my friends, the goblins, and see how they feel, if they're appreciated at work.
Oh, funny you should say that. We had a message from one of our colleagues who work a bit to the north a couple of days ago, and they joined us up to, what was it? An onion? We joined their onion.
Lovely stuff. Remember, together you're stronger.
Yeah, like when we can't move something, we move it together, and then we can move it, and we're stronger.
Exactly. Has your pay gone up yet?
A little bit.
Are you happy?
Yeah, I can buy all of the. Well, I am. I'm happy with my pay, but I'm a bit disappointed because my favourite local place for getting me food, it had to shut.
Right. You see, they're the wizard that went into the shitter. Don't tell him that. If he asks, nothing's shut. There are no empty properties. It's fine.
I understood. And who are you again?
I'm just your friendly socialist dwarf. So long, pals. Oh, I'll go in here.
And as you're walking away, you kind of hear them whispering, okay, I think that's him. I think that was Mr. Short King. I think that was him. And they're kind of going, couldn't have been. And you hear him sort
180. Just go back. It is I. Hello.
It's really you. You came to see us.
Yes, specifically.
Wow. Can you? They're frantically looking for like a bit of paper or something. That can't find it. Runs over to the desk, grabs a quill. It's like, can you sign this? And like pulls his like rags that he's wearing, sort of taut, so you can sign it.
I do. I'll sign it. Who shall I make it out to?
Oscar.
And how many Zeds are there?
4.
Okay. I'll just sign it with love. Your biggest fan, Porkai.
Oh, fantastic! And he goes to his mate. I can sell this for a fortune, and then jumps around excitedly.
Good. Right. Now, you lads got your ear to the ground, haven't you? You little green ears. You know what's going on. You're the true spine, the true backbone of this establishment. I think I'd be right saying that, wouldn't I?
They look to the receptionist and then go, yeah, it's us.
So, what do you know about this fancy pants doctor that's staying here?
Well, he ain't checked out. He meant to check out this morning. He hasn't checked out. And normally they'd send us up to tell him off, get him out. But I think because it's important and he looks after the king, I think they've let him off.
Okay, follow me. Let's just talk quietly by this door where nobody could possibly hear us. So I think you should check on the doctor. I think you should go and knock on the door and open it wide and take one step to the side and just ask him if he's okay. I'm a little worried about him. And I'll tell you what, you will know that I'm not pulling a fast one because I will stay down here. And you've seen everybody. Look, see, I'll open this toilet door. There's nobody in there. Ronson's already left, and I'll just keep it held open. And my other comrade is at the bar. So you know we're on the up and up. No one's following you or anything like that. We're just a bit worried about the doctor, given his position. So if you wouldn't mind just doing that for me, that would be hugely appreciated.
Yes, of course, Mr. Short King. And he Oscar runs off towards the stairs.
And I would assume Ronson scurries after him, since I'm holding the door open, and nobody would notice if he did exactly that.
I'll go do that if you wish.
Hold the door.
And then I'll just let the door close. Thank you very much. I'll be in the bar should you want to ask me any questions. Please do watch me go into the bar so you know we're on the level. There we go. You can trust me.
Okay. So we're going to follow Ronson and Oscar. You can cut this bit out of the podcast, but yes, the map is not quite as prepped as I would like it to have been. So let me just draw a few bits and pieces.
Don't cut it out of the podcast, Dave. Needs to be brought down a peg or two.
What, because I don't do enough work for this?
Yeah.
It's only done 90,000 words.
Okay, struggling with that. So we will bring the goblin up. We will bring Ronson up. And I can do the rest on the fly. Okay, so as you follow Oscar up the stairs, he heads towards the middle room here. No, he doesn't. He heads towards the end room here. He pushes the door open.
I'm following in and trying not to let out a little Tommy squeaker. That would alert him of my whereabouts.
He opens the door and lets out a really girly goblin scream. As on the bed is
Barman's there.
He does look a bit like the barman, but he's not the barman. Yeah, on the bed is the prone body of who you can only assume is Dr. Conducius. And after a second or two, the goblin closes the door and runs back downstairs.
Right. Well, obviously, I'll have a good old look around this room and at the body, won't I? Do a perception check, I guess, or investigation. Investigation.
Cool. So if you want to do it specifically on him, you need to do a medicine check, but you can do an investigation as well, obviously, to look around the room.
Right. I'll do an investigation check first around the room. It is a 21.
Okay. So you've got, you expect you've got a bit of time. So you take a good look round. You find a number of things of the doctor's belongings. You immediately find on the table and at the desk 3 potions of healing.
I'll pocket those.
Doctor. There's all sorts of medical notes as well. And with a 21, you do quickly manage to get to the ones that talk about the king. And reading them through, you can just about make out his handwriting. I mean, he's a doctor and his orc. Yeah. It's not the most...
I was waiting for a joke about doctor's handwriting, so he didn't disappoint.
It says, mental deterioration is unlike anything I have seen. Most aggressive with no symptoms in the months prior. Physically, the king is as healthy as expected for a human of his age, though he is suffering from a mild case of gout, presumably caused by his diet. Though strangely, I am told this seems to have reduced in the last few weeks. Given the patient's status and potential impact of the public becoming aware of his condition, I have to agree with the family's inclination to force his abdication. Based on his current mental state, I recommend immediate transfer to the asylum for the safety of his family, himself, and ultimately all of his subjects.
Is there anything about his sausage fingers in there, or is that the gout?
You'd have to make assumptions there yourself.
Right. I have.
A second letter in different writing reads, Dear Dr. Conducius, thank you for your assistance in referring His Highness to the asylum. We all, of course, regret it has come to this, but it is ultimately the best for everyone. As agreed, as far as the public are concerned, the king has taken the constant bed rest within the palace. We appreciate that the seat may conflict with your oath, so please find attached what we are sure will be suitable compensation. As to your inquiry as to the Queen's whereabouts, please be assured she is well, albeit grieving for her husband's sudden descent into madness. She is being well looked after. Signed, Augustus Springwell, personal guard to Prince Johann and Ursula Oceansong.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll do a medicine check on him then. Fuck me. And that's a 3.
He's dead.
I'll do another one. I'll do another medicine check. I'll sit down, rest for 2 minutes, then I'll get up and do another one. On my second one, I got a 20.
That works.
I mean, Sue's a bit against the game here, but we'll let you go with it this once.
No, Dave, I can't let you. I know that if you do that, you will be a pariah in the DM community.
Yeah.
I will not let you do it, Dave. I will not let you do it. I can't. I care too much for you. You put so much work and effort into this, Dave. I can't allow you to do it.
However, this is the second time in a couple of months that you have been very, very honest. Do you remember when I forgot you were invisible and you said, I'm invisible? That didn't happen.
And I said I'm invisible, yeah.
And you got a point of inspiration.
I did get a point of inspiration, you're right, yeah.
Which would allow you to re-roll a failed check.
Yes.
Therefore, if you spend that point of inspiration, you can use that roll with no penalty to myself.
Well, how about this then, Dave? Okay. I don't have a point of inspiration. I must have maybe have used it. I don't know.
You definitely haven't used it.
I've not used it because it's not there. I clicked it when you told me to, but it's not there.
Yeah, it might be the tool. I don't remember you using it.
Okay then. Well, me being honest about, let's say I did spend it. Me being honest about not having a point of inspiration would then in turn give me another point of inspiration, wouldn't it? So, all right, I got a 20 in that case when I re-rolled. And I'll get rid of my point of inspiration.
So, you give him a check over, and you kind of acknowledge for the first time he's an orc. His appearance leans more towards a fearsome warrior than a doctor. You can see he's been in this state a while. There's signs of rigor mortis setting in, but around his face in particular, you notice it's sort of. Yeah, it signs as if there'd been a liquid there that has now sort of dried around his mouth.
It's been poisoned. Well, what I'll do is I'll take out. I'm going to get a sample of the poison. I don't know, just in case. I'm going to try and do some D&Ding, and I'm just going to get a sample of that poison. I remove my underwear.
For goodness sake, of course you do.
And I use my underwear to wipe his mouth to get a sample of the poison, what I'm presuming is poison, on his mouth. And then I'm going to fold my underwear up and pop it into my pocket. Okay?
Okay.
Just in case I'm D&Ding the shit out of this. Right. Okay. So I've done an investigation check. I've looked at him. I mean, I'm guessing I'm going to leave the room. I presume. I don't think there's much more I could do. Unless it's a shame, Porky or TikTok, that you don't have invisibility as well. Because what we could do is, if we were both invisible, we could do a kind of Weekend at Bernie's type jape, where we move the doctor around and pretend to be the doctor. I don't think Ronson could handle that on his own. It's an orc, isn't it? They're probably quite bulky, I'd imagine.
I think I'm just... any spell that could hold him up?
Oh, I do have...
You remember, you're a wizard with magic and spells and things like that.
No,
I think I can talk to the dead or something, can't I?
Mm-hmm.
Just give me a second. Let me look at this. Is that part of Miss Stafford Daniels or something? Is it? Well, I can't see it anywhere. False life.
The fact that you started this whole thing with, I'm going to do some real D&D now. Oh yeah, I'm magic, aren't I?
Oh yeah, I'll take my underwear off and wipe his mouth.
And the problem is the skidders on my pants, I think, wiped off onto his face.
Oh no!
So that didn't help. Bolster
You want the good
yourself
news
with a necromantic facsimile of life. You gain. No, that's not it.
Yeah. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
Well, we always start off with the bad news.
So you've used all your 3rd level and 4th level spell slots last week.
Oh, I have, yeah.
Have we not rested as we travelled?
No.
No, we haven't rested. What's the good
You go
news?
straight there, damn
So
it.
you've got the spell animate dead.
Where? I can't see it.
It's a third or 4th spell, so you can't use it because you've used all your spell slots.
Yeah, oh, so that was the good news. Yeah, so the good news is I can't use. So yeah, okay. So the good news wasn't good news, was it? The good news was pointless news.
Well, the good news is you've got the spell. The bad news is you can't use it. You've got no spell slots.
What if we
and that would have worked if we'd have done it in that order. Not doing that in order. It wasn't good news and bad news. It was bad news and pointless news.
Yeah.
Fuck me. Right. Okay. So, well, I'm just going to leave the room. Not much point now, is there? How bulky is the doctor? Can I lift him up myself and animate him like a puppet?
I mean, you've got you'd have to make a strength check. You've got a fairly good strength.
Right,
modifier.
Let's go for strength check. Is that up at the top? Yeah.
Do a strength saving throw.
Oh, saving throw. Hang on. Saving throw. 11.
Yeah, I mean, you managed to shift him off the bed.
Right. Okay. I'm going to lift him up and I'm going to move him around and animate him. Like
are you trying to make his legs move like he's walking, or is he just going to drag across the floor?
Look, if I rest his body against mine, his back's against my chest, my knees are in line with the back of his knees, I can just kick his feet a little bit like that. I think I can probably move, and I'll hold his wrists in my hands. I can probably move him around a little bit. I'll try and knock it. I mean, this is no good if you're listening to the podcast. But I'll kind of put my head next to his and try and keep it upright like that, and I'll move it around like this.
Okay, so I'm just checking something. Okay, so at the moment, obviously, there's no one watching, so you've got a bit of time to walk him up the corridor and practice.
Walk him up the corridor.
All right, I'm walking him up the corridor.
But whilst you're doing that, let's move back to the ground floor. So we're going to rewind time a little bit. So this would have been happening at the same time as all the stuff that just happened upstairs. So Porky and Tok, you do hear screaming as the goblin runs past. You hear like the little footsteps on the floor. And him sort of yelling as he goes, but you can't make out any real words.
I hear screaming, but I can't make out any real words. I'll pop my head out. Hello, what's the trouble?
It's fine. Please do go back into enjoying your drinks. It's absolutely fine. And the Oscar, the goblin, and but he's definitely dead. He's definitely really dead. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. It's fine, says the receptionist. I'm sure it is a big misunderstanding. Sir, please, as I say, please do go back to enjoy your drinks. Oscar, I know you've been working a bit hard recently. We will go and check and make sure that everything is fine with those conducive. I'm sure it is fine. I'm sure no one has died this week. I'm sure everything is okay.
I can't enjoy my drink with a dead person here. I'm scared of ghosts. Check the wiki.
This podcast is part of Podomedy, the UK's podcast comedy network. Why not laugh at what else we've got? Visit podomedy.com.